flying back to Italy. We're now landing in the northern part of Italy. Actually, not very far from where we are here. We are going to Trentino, Trento, and I would really like to the city of Trento, and I would really like to welcome Mr. Lorenzo Grosselli, which is going to talk about CMDBuild Ready2Use. So Lorenzo Grosselli is the IT manager in Trentino Network, which is this public company that manages the networks and the telecommunication infrastructures in the province of Trento. So he's going to talk about what are the sector where they implemented CMDBuild and how the human resources in Trentino Network use CMDBuild every day to manage all the aspects of their telecommunications and management for the, as I said, the networks in the province of Trento. I see you're online, Lorenzo. I hope you can hear me well. I think we can hear you.
Yes, I hear you.
We can hear you very well. So, well, I let you speak, and we'll just if there's any question, I will just collect them at the end of your speech, and then we can answer them together. Okay?
Okay. Thank you for your introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for us to talk during CMDBuild Day for the first time. We are very proud about our CMDBuild Ready2Use implementation, although we are only at the beginning in our mind, yes. My name is Lorenzo Grosselli, and I am the person in charge of the IT internal services of my company called the Trentino Network. My internal goals are the continuous improvement of the internal processes by implementing new softwares, new features, and new integrations. We use both the proprietary and open source based software to support the company core business from assurance to provision. I'm here with Genti Talabaci, who is the main CMDBuild expert in our company. And so I'm going to talk about Trentino Network. After that, Mr. Talabaci is going to talk about our CMDBuild implementation. Trentino Network is a local public company fully owned by the autonomous province of Trento. And our main business is to build and maintain fiber optics and the wireless network in the whole province. The province of Trento is a little area located in the north of Italy. It's an entirely mountainous territory where 85% of the people live in suburban areas or in about 300 small villages, some of which are located 2,000 meters above sea level or even more. In this context, the province of Trento wants to promote its territory and its company by investing in connectivity where private telecom companies do not invest because it would be unprofitable for them. The aim of the province is threefold: to avoid a technology gap that would force people to move to large urban areas. Trentino Network has built and manages more than 1,000 kilometers of fiber optic backbone connecting school, healthcare, and public offices, and is thinking about a future when ideally all houses will be connected through the fiber. Where it was impossible to build a fiber optic network, Trentino Network has designed and developed an extensive Wi-Fi network Also, alpine refuges are connected to the internet through Wi-Fi connectivity to facilitate and stimulate the very important high mountain tourism in our province. Another important project was to rebuild a radio communication network for the civil protection using Tetra digital standards. Okay, I'm finished. I will now leave microphone to Mr. Gente Talabacci to continue with the presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you, Lorenzo, for introducing me. Good afternoon, everyone. So just to introduce our former situation here in Trentino network. Previously, before adopting CMDBuild in Trentino network, we adopted BMC remedy for incident and task management. Our most important issue was to handle malfunction and also breakdown requests by internal staff, or in some case even by second level external support staff. The requests are triggered almost by 30,000 final clients, mostly from public administration and local authorities. And on the other hand, we used Bonita for workflow management. Some of the positive aspects in adopting BMC in our company were, first of all, by using an external services and so earning all the positive aspects, so no hardware, no infrastructure to maintain and so on, and no software upgrade to perform and further on. But on the other hand, there were some negative aspects, such as some not optimal performance, so some performance that could be improvable, poor software quality control, limited possibility of reporting, the process implementation was very strict, and also having a property software, there were highly operational costs and management per user. So starting from these negative aspects in adopting BMC, we started some search of a new IT service management product. First of all, what we were looking for in this new product was having some product with mainly features customizable. So having a workflow, asset management, some customizable report, and also a dashboard. Another important aspect was the integration with existing software systems like our service catalog, BMC, the GIS, Network DB, network management, and warehouse software. Also, a very interesting supplier that is willing in his platform evolution and standardization by considering their client objectives was very important in our search. And another important point, another positive aspect was because CMDBuild is economically sustainable solution, and by having some good service level agreements. So one of our main steps was by replacing, or better integrating, the incident management with a new connector in order to import the requests from BMC and then handle them locally in our CMDBuild implementation by synchronizing the request status from BMC and CMDBuild. So this connector should handle also the communications related to the tickets, the service level agreement communication, reminders communication, and also the management of new customers. So also by inserting new customers or clients in the existing BMC to the CMDBuild implementation. Also, the entire customer database has been imported from BMC to CMDBuild. Some of the main implementations are we performed a very important customization in the incident workflow by removing the analysis step and changing also some main process attributes. We also implemented for internal or external developments several classes for the better structuring, and also that could be very helpful in the invoicements. Another important class that has been implemented is the supplier agenda. This agenda has been built in order to keep trace of all the suppliers' agenda and also their activities. In some cases, and also linked with the incident management. Also, we integrated our BMC connector with a company-based access to the self-service portal. So several users could access to the portal even by having external users. So they're belonging to different companies and having the possibility to access different areas for generating service requests or also incident requests. And also we customized in some cases also the templates we were using in order to interact with users by emails. So just to give you a real taste of our implementation in Trentino network, these are some numbers. We have mostly 34,000 customers, internal or external users. We are managing 6,000 incidents almost in a year. Mostly of them are coming from the BMC integration from the public and local administration. So almost 3,500 incidents are coming from this integration with the BMC component. We have around 40 IT process areas, so where people can access in order to generate incidents or requests for support. Also different classification rules, among 100 of them. We have 400 technical groups working on the resolution of these incidents. Almost 140 users that are forming these 40 technical groups. And also we have almost 10 custom classes like the agenda that we mentioned before, like the classes implemented for keeping trace of the developments, the internal and the external ones, like internal documentation or standard operational procedures, and also for keeping trace of the knowledge bases. So what is our aim in using CMDBuild in our company is to increase the management efficiency by making all tools converging in even a unique one. So in our future implementations, we are going to introduce the change management workflow in order to process our internal provisioning requests. We are going to introduce the request fulfillment workflow by integrating it with the fiber optic connectivity and the management of software systems. Also, facility and asset management, we are planning to introduce it in the next months, in the upcoming months. And also, we are going to implement some vertical customizations, like implementing some complex classes with different attributes, domains, relations, and so on. And also by implementing our own workflow, like to handle IT authorization or even customer inventory management. And beside everything, we are very thankful to Tecnoteca for the precise and excellent support and collaboration provided in all these months that we are implementing.
Thank you. Well, I thank you very much, Lorenzo. There's actually I do have a question for you, and there's another one from Jorge Ribeiro. You can read it in the chat box, but Jorge basically is asking if the BMC connector is available for use, and he'd like to have a bit more detail on how it was implemented. Was it in-house or with the use of us, or we supported you?
Okay, we developed the connector with Tecnoteca. Okay, when that collect our requirement, and so we tested it together and improve constantly for our use.
Okay, and I have also a question for you. Would you mind sharing a little bit more detail about your incident management? How do you manage the incidents in your with CMDBuild?
Okay, we manage a very different kind of incident from fiber optic error or malfunction to software problem, and we use not so much custom process, but we use almost the same of CMDB ready to use, and is very good for us.
Okay, thank you, thank you very much. That was my question. Well, I thank you both of you guys. I really want to thank you very much for participating to this CMDBuild Day. It's been extremely interesting. I really want to thank you again, and I really hope that we'll continue on keep up the good work that we're doing together. And well, I hope really to see you and talk to you very soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, now.